Hello, all my merrymakers. I am Becca, and welcome to, well, let's call it Thankful Tuesday. So sometimes on Tuesdays I do something called Let's Talk Tuesday, and that is a little bit that I do to talk about stuff that's going on beyond the yarn. And I think this time for my sit and knit, I'm actually going to talk to you about being thankful. Because one of the things, I live in the United States, and Thanksgiving is a couple of days away. It's this Thursday. And I don't know about you, but if you start down the rabbit hole of all the things you're thankful for, you start to realize just how blessed you are. Well, and I also want to talk a little bit about the difference between being thankful and being grateful. Because even though they're very similar, in my humble opinion, they are very different. So let's talk about that first. So, what does it mean to be thankful? It means you appreciate that something is there or something has been done. Like, oh, hey, I took out the trash. Oh, thanks. That's thankful. And then there's grateful, which to me has a higher level of appreciation, and some would call it relief associated with it. For example, you're out in public, you are minding your own business, you're having a great day, you go to pick out your card to pay for something, and lo and behold, your wallet is gone. You don't know what happened to it, whether you've been pickpocketed or you accidentally left it at home, but your wallet is gone. Now, wallets are not as important as they used to be, I know. Especially if you do have a phone and you have ulterior ways of paying for things. But unless things have really changed, you still cannot buy groceries with Venmo, as far as I know, at the store. So, let's imagine for just a second, this is to help drive home the thought of being grateful and what it means, in my opinion, that you have no alternate ways of paying for the thing that you want to buy. And then the person behind you in line, very graciously, with, you don't know them from a hole in the ground, to pay for the thing that you want to buy. The relief that comes over you because you're like, oh man, this was going to be a thing. That's grateful. And then, maybe 5 minutes later you get a phone call or hear over the pager system, well, John Smith, come to the guest services counter. And then there's your wallet. And it's got everything in it. That's being grateful. That feeling of, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Oh my goodness, this was going to be a whole thing. Like, there are sometimes I really dislike the English language, mainly because of words sounding alike or meaning the same thing, but also because some words just seem to fall short sometimes. And a lot of people equate being grateful to being thankful. And again, to me, and if they're the same thing to you, I'm not throwing shade. But if you're having a hard time being thankful because of something either going on in your life or because of something else, I want you to think about something, one of my favorite characters from Avatar, The Last Airbender / The Legend of Korra, is Uncle Iroh. I think he's a favorite of a lot of the fans because he is kind and he is wise despite the things that he has been through. And when he sees Korra in the spirit world, he says something to the effect of, even in the real world, if you try hard enough, you can always find the light. But if you let emotion and fear take over, you will see nothing but darkness. You know, I could be really upset that I have a 10-year-old car. Or I could be really grateful that I don't have a car note. I can be really grateful that it runs very well. You know, I don't have to worry about it randomly breaking down. And even more basic than that, I can be thankful that I have a car. Because there are some people out there who don't have a car and have to walk everywhere or depend on other people for rides. And that is not a fun existence. I could be really sad that I have a small house. That's going to seem even smaller this week because I'm going to have 7 people in it. Or I can be grateful that I have a house, that it has heating, because we're about to have a cold snap here in Nashville. And there's actually a campground full of homeless people not far from where I live. And I can only imagine what they're about to go through with this cold snap. I am not trying to discount anybody's pain. Pain, whatever pain that you have, physically, emotionally, mentally, it is valid. It is valid. And not enough people hear that. But I also don't want you to focus so much on that becomes a hindrance to the little bursts of sunlight that you could be missing in your life. So I challenge you to not just be thankful this coming week, whether you're an American citizen or not, but being truly grateful for the things that are good. Think of the things that are good, and as you focus on those things, the things that are bad will seem a lot smaller and not so hard to overcome. Even if it's just a little bit. I know, a little bit more heavy, a little bit more melancholy than I usually am. Just, this is what I'm thinking about today. And something that I felt like I needed to share with y'all. And just as a reminder, there will be no All the Things Thursday. I will be celebrating Thanksgiving with my family. Again, I hope you are able to do the same. And if not, maybe some friends. Or just enjoy the day alone. Maybe it's your only day that you get to be alone. Whatever your circumstances, I hope they are good. I hope you are blessed. And I hope you will join me later on this week for the drawing of the winner of the giveaway that I posted on Saturday. If you haven't checked that out yet, please check it out. If you liked this video, despite it being a little somber, please give it a like. Especially if you're a subscriber and would like to stay a subscriber so that the evil YouTube overlords don't unsubscribe you from my channel. Feel free to comment down below. If you're not a subscriber yet, please consider subscribing. I usually am much more happier than this and a little bit more upbeat. And I have lots of yarn stuff to share with you, usually. And if you really want to help this channel grow, share the video with everyone you know. In the meantime, make what makes you merry. Ciao.